So what's the whole sequence of CPR start to end? So it starts with you finding a body, right? They could be sitting, they could be probably not standing, maybe leaning against the wall, probably not. Probably sitting or slouched over or on the floor. And then you determine that they're not responding to you verbally. You try to rouse them physically. They're not responding, so they're unconscious. You check for that pulse and breathing at the same time. All right, you look, listen, and feel, looking for that chest rise, listening with your ear over their mouth, and feeling with your ear for breaths. All right, look, listen, and feel, that's for breaths. And you're checking for pulse at the same time, no more than 10 seconds. So you're checking for pulse and breaths, same time, 10 seconds, no more. We determine, okay, unconscious, no breathing, no pulse. Let's start in right away with chest compressions. And you don't wait around. As soon as you determine that, you start immediately on those chest compressions. You don't call 911, you don't go find the AED, you don't search on your phone on how to do CPR. You start immediately because we've got to get that blood flowing right away to get that heart, to get the brain and the rest of the body, the blood flow to keep it from decaying and getting damaged. So get up on the chest, 30 compressions, 2 breaths. 30 compressions, 2 breaths, and you just keep doing that infinitely. So once you start on those 30 compressions, you tell someone else, you go get an AED, you call 911, and you just delegate that right away. So you yourself do the compressions and the breaths, have other people go do those other things for you. Someone will come back with an AED. That's one of the moments where you can stop doing CPR, but you need to be really quick about it. Don't want to waste your time. Take the AED, strap on the pads really quick, turn on the AED, let it analyze the heart, and then it'll then kind of take over for you on what you should do. It'll either say, continue doing compressions, in which case you'll go back doing them, or it'll say, shock the patient, in which case you stand back, make sure you're not touching, and then you shock. You also don't touch the patient when you turn it on and it's analyzing the person. It's analyzing the heart. Okay, so you've put the AED on, and then it says go back to doing chest compressions, and it'll say go back to doing CPR. So you just get back on that, 30 compressions, 2 breaths, keep going, and then 2 minutes later, the AED will want to reanalyze the heart. And that's just the pattern that's going to go on and on. 2 minutes of compressions and breaths, AED will say, let's reanalyze the heart, in hopes that the heart is fibrillating so that it can shock it and then hopefully restart the heart. So that's the sequence, and you're gonna get tired because it's pretty exhausting. You keep going until someone else comes to relieve you. A bystander, you can show them, right? Hey, take over for me. Or a first responder comes. And then obviously if they come back to life, you would stop as well. So that's the whole sequence of CPR. You need to get on it right away. You really want to minimize time not spent doing compressions. So when you're putting on the AED, do it really quick. When you are switching between breaths and compressions, do it really quick. Don't dilly-dally. Give that second breath and get right back on doing the compressions. So that's basically the whole sequence.